Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back. Today I have a thrift store haul for you. I have $32 into this lot, and this is just kind of a culmination of about 3 weeks of me stopping at multiple different thrift stores and just kind of compiling all of this stuff. Usually when I do the thrift store lots, that's what it is. I don't normally find all of this stuff in one trip to the thrift store. It's usually just multiple stops, and then I just kind of add them up and get it to a good video. So this is it. Let's see what we have here. In the back, we'll start off with these Craftsman Circle H's. I got an inch and an eighth, I believe that is, 1 inch and a 7/8. I have a Husky 1 inch to match the New Britain era, same era as those Craftsman Circle H's. We have some SK stuff back here of that old knurled style, 1 inch and a 16th 12 point, and that does have the detent in there, so it is of the later, before the SK Wayne. These two are really cool back here. These are some really old SK, probably the 20s. And you can tell by the dot there and the way that this tapers down just by process of elimination and many hours searching on LA artifacts. But I believe those are SKs. Really nice shape. And those are the hex drive as well. We have a, what is this? A Fleet 1 inch in okay shape. Doesn't look like it's ever been used, as most 1 inch, and that's a 3/8 drive, so that's kind of an interesting socket. I might, just kind of fill a hole with that one, I guess, if I want a 1 inch 3/8 drive socket. Double V, it says lawnmower on it, and Sharpie, 9/16 Craftsman, 1/2 inch drive. We have these two. I don't know if these are Duro or Industro, old school from the 20s, square drive. So I'll have to do some research, see if I can do some process of eliminations. But we have a 25 30 seconds and a 19 30 seconds there. And this socket is a Armstrong Armalloy 7/8, 1/2 inch 12 point. Not in the greatest shape, but not too bad. We have some feeler gauges here, a K-Star and a Master Tool. Is that what that was? Where does it say? Yeah, Master Tools, 250. And most of the gauges are good in there, but there's a couple that are a little roached. A double line V, 3/8 sliding T-bar, a single line V, 1/2 inch Craftsman T-bar in really nice shape. So glad to have those additions to my collection. I think I'm going to keep that 3/8 one. I don't think I have a 3/8 one, but I'll probably move this one along the line. We have a Velcheck 7/16 combo wrench in really nice shape. I think this wrench here is my favorite. This is a Snapon, and it is a 1/4 inch, but it's offset, and it looks like, I think somebody must have been welding near this thing, or it kind of made a connection on a battery terminal, because both ends have a little bit of a, little bit of melting on there. So I think somebody had this a little too close to a battery, or they were welding next to it. Or they used it to jump something, some sort of solenoid or something. Who knows? 1984 OAX, and it's a 6-point as well. So I'm going to keep that because I like these weird offset wrenches. So I'll add that to my collection. Oh, up here we got a Husky. 11/16 19/32 open end wrench. It was in pretty good shape, so I figured I'd snag it up. And I like that old font on there. All right, let's get to these Craftsman wrenches over here. A couple of box wrenches. We have a single line V, I believe this is, 3/8, 7/16, and then a double line V, 5/8, 9/16. I have a bunch of these, so I'll probably move this one down the line. And then all of these open end wrenches down here. We have a 1 inch 15/16 double line V, a 7/8 3/4 double line V, two 5/8 3/4 and a single line V, two 11/16 19/32. One's a double V, one's a single line V, two 1/2 inch 9/16 single line V, two 7/16 3/8 single line Vs, and then we have an oddball metric 10mm 11mm single line V in really nice shape. So I think I did pretty good on the Craftsman wrenches. Two SK wrenches in here too. I remember $32 for all this. I think I did pretty good. We got a 5/8 and a 7/16 in excellent shape. I mean, you can't go wrong, and this one's a 6-point as well. So definitely pretty cool. And then we got all these screwdrivers over here, nut drivers. This one I just had to grab. It has some nice patina on it, some overspray, little paint splatter on there. I don't know if that's 1810, probably an R1810. Xcelite, and look at this thing. It goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. And unfortunately, the tip isn't that great, but there's still some meat left on this thing, and it was just such an oddball screwdriver that I figured I would snag it up, and it's worth it to me to just reshape that and get that back in usable shape again. Xcelite 13 or 3/16 extended little nut driver. I got one of these in a couple videos ago, if you recall, so I don't need another one of those. Two of the quick wedges, a little pocket one and a larger one, a Stanley 3/8 nut driver, a Ace file, and this is it says Ace on it. Is that the Ace hardware? Look at that old logo on there. I'll have to look that up, but I'm assuming that's a really old Ace little easy out deal there. So I had to snag up on that. And then I think this is a Stanley. Can we get in on there? Oh yeah, we can get in on there. A Stanley 58-113, 3/32, and a little, I don't know, what do you call that? Is that a nail set? I don't know, it's got a little detent in there, what have you. So, snagged on that. And then this is really sweet. I paid $1 a piece for these wrenches, so I paid $3 for this in the case. Pretty sweet. Single line V flare wrench set, 3-piece. There we go. A 3/8 7/16, 1/2 inch 9/16, and a 5/8 11/16. Number 4433. I'm gonna try to clean this case up a little bit. There is a hole in it up top here, but the bottom is good. So I mean, that's probably a $15-20 bill right there. So that definitely makes it worth the while. All these other wrenches. We have this little thing here. It's a Mac little brake tool for them springs on your drum brakes with the little what have you spoon there. And this is pretty cool. I don't know if I need one of these, but I'm gonna keep it because you know, I already have it. It's in my hand. So we have a distributor wrench, a 9/16, and it is just long. It's just insane how long this thing is. I don't know if this is a specialty tool for a specific vehicle. I didn't really look up the part number on it, but we have ourselves a Snap-on. And I'm going to bump you a little bit here to try to get close in on here, if you can read it. But S-817 something, let me get it off camera here, I can't really read it. S-8176. So, yeah. And I don't think there's a date code on this. There's a patent on it. So I'd have to look up that patent, figure out what year that is from. But I had to snag on that. It was $1. I mean, come on now. $32, everybody. I think I did a pretty good job. What was your favorite tool? I don't know. I dig that Snap-on there, and that for $3, you can't go wrong with that. But, you know, again, I guess I like them all. I have them. So, like, subscribe. Have a good one, folks.